In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 4th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Knicks versus Chicago Bulls. The New York Knicks are set to host the Chicago Bulls at the iconic Madison Square Garden in what promises to be an engaging matchup between 2 Eastern Conference rivals. These teams last faced off on November 13, 2024 in a nail-biting game that saw the Bulls edge out a narrow victory over the Knicks, finishing 124-123 in a thrilling contest. The Knicks will undoubtedly be eager to avenge that previous loss as they aim to continue their impressive run of form, while the Bulls will be looking to capitalize on this opportunity to build momentum and inch closer to an even .500 record for the season. In terms of team rosters, the Knicks remain without Mitchell Robinson, a critical presence on both ends of the floor. On the other hand, the Bulls continue to miss Ayo Dosunmu and Torrey Craig, 2 players whose absence has affected the team's depth and overall performance. Despite playing on back-to-back nights, the Knicks appear to be the more reliable option when it comes to betting. Over their last 10 games, New York has demonstrated remarkable consistency, achieving a 9-1 record straight up and covering the spread in 7 out of those 10 games. The Knicks have established themselves as a cohesive unit, consistently putting in the effort required to secure wins. Conversely, the Bulls' performances have been highly unpredictable, reminiscent of a box of chocolates. You never quite know what you're going to get. Their recent performance exemplifies this inconsistency, as they suffered an embarrassing blowout loss to the Washington Wizards in their most recent outing. The Knicks' recent form has been exceptional, winning 9 of their last 10 games and showing dominance, particularly in the painted area, a known vulnerability in the Bulls' defensive schemes. Moreover, the Bulls have struggled significantly on the offensive glass throughout the season, which could provide the Knicks with ample opportunities to secure second-chance points. This advantage in rebounding and interior play further bolsters New York's chances of success in this matchup. While the Chicago Bulls might have a fighting chance playing at home with the benefit of a rest advantage, it's difficult to place confidence in their ability to deliver. Consistency has been a persistent issue for the Bulls this season, as evidenced by their underwhelming 5-11 straight-up record at the United Center. Home court advantage seems to mean little for this squad. Meanwhile, the Knicks, despite being on the second night of a back-to-back, have been exuding confidence, recently coming off a hard-fought close game against the red-hot Oklahoma City Thunder. With 9 wins in their last 10 games, the Knicks appear to be riding a wave of momentum. Coming into this game, the Knicks are clearly the team in better form, aiming to recover from their narrow loss to the Thunder and extend their strong run of performances. The Bulls, on the other hand, have struggled to find rhythm all season long, with their issues exacerbated by Wednesday's demoralizing blowout defeat at the hands of the Wizards, a team that had been struggling themselves. While the Bulls may seem to hold an edge as the home team with additional rest, these factors appear insufficient when weighed against the Knicks' current level of play. Despite Chicago's November victory over New York, the current spread still favors the Knicks. Based on their recent performances, the line remains highly reasonable, so the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Although the Bulls have shown weakness on the defensive end, and the Knicks have established themselves as one of the most potent offensive teams in the league, the projected total for this game appears too high. Over their last 6 games, the Bulls have averaged 110 points per game, while the Knicks have put up an average of 118 points during the same stretch. Notably, the under has hit in each of the Bulls' last 5 home games. Neither of these teams tends to push the pace offensively, and the Knicks have solidified their status as one of the NBA's top 10 teams in terms of points allowed per game. The Bulls, for their part, have leaned on their defense when necessary. Both teams have demonstrated a capacity to limit their opponents' transition opportunities effectively. If Chicago struggles to protect the basketball, this game could see a significant number of dead possessions. As such, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Memphis Grizzlies versus Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are entering this matchup with momentum after a dominant victory in their last outing. They will host a Grizzlies team that has struggled recently, dropping 2 of their last 3 games. Despite the recent setbacks, Memphis has managed to stay competitive, winning 6 of their last 10 games and boasting the second most wins in the Western Conference. This season, the 2 teams have split their head-to-head matchups, with the Warriors winning the first game on their home court and the Grizzlies securing a victory in their subsequent meeting at home. Memphis has faced adversity throughout the season, especially with injuries to key players like Ja Morant, who remain sidelined. Despite his absence, the team has found ways to win and stay in contention. However, they are coming into this game on the tail end of a grueling 5-game road trip. They played the Sacramento Kings on Friday night and will have little rest before taking on Golden State. Additionally, Memphis may be without several other key contributors, such as Santi Aldama and Marcus Smart, further complicating their lineup. Meanwhile, the Warriors have their own injury issues, with Brandon Podziemski and Stephen Curry already ruled out for this game. This matchup presents a difficult challenge for the Grizzlies, who are likely to be fatigued from their back-to-back games and their ongoing road trip. On the other hand, the Warriors are well rested and coming off an impressive performance, where Curry had a spectacular shooting night, going 8 for 8 from beyond the arc. Although Curry will miss this game, Golden State has shown resilience, recently defeating strong opponents like the Philadelphia 76ers and the Phoenix Suns. Memphis, meanwhile, struggled defensively in their last outing, giving up 138 points, which does not bode well against a team like the Warriors, who can score in bunches. The Grizzlies' fatigue and injuries will undoubtedly play a significant role in this game. Memphis has relied on their depth to stay competitive, but with several key players missing and others logging heavy minutes, it will be difficult to maintain their usual fast-paced style of play. To adapt, the Grizzlies may shift their approach, focusing more on interior play with Jaren Jackson Jr. and using longer possessions to control the tempo. Golden State, traditionally known for their high-octane three-point shooting, has been trending toward lower-scoring games lately. The Warriors have hit the under in 7 of their last 9 contests, indicating a more measured offensive approach in recent weeks. While both teams are dealing with significant absences, the Warriors appear to have the edge in this matchup. Memphis is clearly at a disadvantage, not only because of their injuries, but also due to the demanding schedule that leaves them playing on consecutive nights. Golden State, even without Curry, has players like Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield who can step up offensively, while the Grizzlies' depleted roster is likely to struggle with the quick turnaround. Ultimately, the Warriors seem poised to capitalize on the situation and secure a much-needed victory, so the Golden State Warriors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. In terms of game strategy, Memphis will need to slow the pace significantly to account for their reduced roster depth. Without key players like Morant, Brandon Clark, and potentially Zach Edey, they cannot afford to play at their usual league-leading pace. Instead, expect the Grizzlies to rely more heavily on Jackson and focus on executing in the half-court offense. Golden State, despite their reputation for high-scoring games, has seen a recent trend toward lower totals. Their last 9 games have hit the under in 7 instances, indicating a shift in their game dynamics. Under the projected total is our full-game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Los Angeles Clippers. The Atlanta Hawks have been one of the most unpredictable teams in the 2024 to 2025 NBA season so far. Their performance has been marked by streaks of inconsistency, but as the impressive talent scattered across their roster begins to click, this team has the potential to emerge as a serious dark horse contender in the Eastern Conference. With the pieces gradually falling into place, the Hawks are positioning themselves to surprise the competition as the season progresses. On Saturday, the Hawks are set to play the second game of a back-to-back series in Los Angeles, facing off against the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers have defied expectations this season, stunning basketball fans and analysts alike with their impressive play. Despite preseason doubts, they are shaping up to be a legitimate playoff contender in the highly competitive Western Conference. In terms of injuries and player availability, the Hawks continue to deal with the absences of Cody Zeller and Larry Nance Jr., both of whom remain sidelined. Meanwhile, the Clippers are navigating the season without their star forward, Kawhi Leonard. However, this matchup features several uncertainties, as both Trae Young and James Harden are listed as questionable for the game. Additionally, there is speculation that Kawhi Leonard could make his long-awaited season debut after recovering from a knee injury. For the Clippers, defensive improvement is essential, particularly after underwhelming performances against the Spurs and Thunder. Meanwhile, the Hawks find themselves in a challenging situation, playing the second night of a back-to-back back, a scenario where their defense, which has been suspect throughout the season, will be tested again. Currently, the Clippers rank 14th in the league in three-point shooting percentage and are third in opposing three-point percentage, a testament to their defensive focus on the perimeter. Just when it seemed the Hawks were starting to find consistency, they faltered, going 4-5 against the spread and straight up in their last 9 games. Their lack of competitiveness in Friday night's game against the Lakers only adds to the concern. On the other hand, the Clippers have the advantage of being well rested and playing on their home court. With the possibility of Kawhi Leonard making his season debut, even in limited minutes, the Clippers should receive a morale boost. While Kawhi may not be at peak form immediately, his presence alone could energize the team and the crowd at the Intuit Dome. The Clippers have managed to stay afloat so far, and if Kawhi regains his form, they could quietly become a formidable force in the Western Conference. This matchup has historically been tightly contested, as evidenced by the head-to-head record between these teams over the last 10 meetings, which stands evenly at 5-5. Over the past 4 seasons, the teams have split their 2 regular season matchups each year. However, the Clippers hold a slight edge at home during this stretch, hosting a 3-2 record on their home court. Considering their strong performance at home this season and Atlanta's fatigue from playing the previous night, the Clippers are well positioned to secure a narrow but important victory. So the Los Angeles Clippers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Atlanta Hawks play at a fast pace, averaging 103.8 possessions per 48 minutes, which ranks 3rd in the NBA. In contrast, the Clippers prefer a slower tempo, averaging 98.1 possessions per 48 minutes, placing them 21st in the league. Expect the Clippers to attempt to control the pace, slowing down the game as much as possible. Their defense is likely to rebound after some disappointing outings recently, making the under on the total points an appealing choice. Both teams, notably, rank in the bottom 10 in the league for three-point attempt rate. However, the Clippers excel in defending the three-point line and are currently 6th in the NBA in defensive turnover percentage, forcing turnovers on 13.9% of opponents' possessions. Similarly, the Hawks rank 4th in defensive turnover percentage at 14.2%. But they struggle mightily in defending the three, allowing opponents to shoot 38.3% from beyond the arc, the worst mark in the league. While the Hawks boast a strong offensive unit, the Clippers' defense is among the best in the NBA. This has contributed to the under hitting in 6 of the last 10 head-to-head matchups between these two teams. For the Hawks, the under has hit in 4 of their last 10 games overall, with the team holding opponents to under 110 points in 5 of those contests. Similarly, the Clippers have seen the under hit in 7 of their last 10 games, during which they've held opponents to an average of just 110 points per game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.